Are you looking for an athletic scholarship? You're in the right place. This is the Recruit Me Athletic Scholarship Podcast, the longest-running podcast on recruiting and athletic scholarships. We're here to help your family navigate the recruiting road all the way to an athletic scholarship. He's a recruiting expert and a dad of 2 college athletes. He has a wealth of experience to share. Here's Recruit Me CEO, Brent Hanks.
Welcome to episode 376 of the Athletic Scholarship Podcast. This episode is going back and reviewing episode 187, which is a past episode of the Athletic Scholarship Podcast. The Athletic Scholarship Podcast is part of the Recruit Me education business. My name is Brent Hanks, and I am the owner and CEO of Recruit Me. Recruit Me's goal is to provide you, whether you are a potential student athlete or the parent of a potential student athlete, with as many free and inexpensive recruiting resources as possible. You can find the Athletic Scholarship Podcast on your favorite podcast app, and a new episode hits every Tuesday. The Athletic Scholarship Podcast is the world's longest-running recruiting education podcast. Other resources that Recruit Me provides are the free Recruiting Power Pack, which is available on the recruit-me.com website. You get a download with the first steps to an athletic scholarship, an audio file about how to use videos, and a free player profile template. Just sign up on the recruit-me.com homepage. Also, you can sign up for the free Recruit Me monthly newsletter that gives you monthly recruiting tips, advice, and links to last month's The Athletic Scholarship Podcast episodes. The Recruit Me 3.0 Athletic Scholarship System gives you a 200-plus page manual and workbook to take you step-by-step through your personalized recruiting journey. You can get the Recruit Me 3.0 system for only $39. You will get the 7 steps to an athletic scholarship and much, much more. Step 1, select the right schools to contact. Step 2, write a great introductory email. Step 3, create your one-page player profile. Step 4, build your own recruiting questionnaire. Step 5, track your communications. Step 6, send one-page updates. And Step 7, make your school choice wisely. Go to recruit-me.com to get your recruiting plan today. I purchased Recruit Me and the rights to the Athletic Scholarship Podcast from Jon Fuglar, the founder of both Recruit Me and the Athletic Scholarship Podcast. The transaction took place in June of 2020. Jon had produced 202 episodes, and I encourage you to not only listen to my episodes, but to go back and listen to Jon's episodes. Let's go back to March of 2020 and pick out and expand on some of the main points in Jon's episode number 187, titled Checkpoints in Your Scholarship Pursuit. Jon covered 3 checkpoints to see if you are on pace and are doing the work needed to propel yourself down the path to your college sport and education experience. Checkpoint number 1 is, do you have a valid school list to pursue? Checkpoint number 2 is, do you have 10 college coaches pursuing you? And checkpoint number 3 is, do you have at least 5 schools that are right fit possibilities for you? These 3 checkpoints are more for the high school junior and seniors to check off, but they also show the high school underclassmen what they need to prepare, and that the freshman and sophomore years are a time to build and research your school list. Whether you get started with Recruit Me early in your high school career, or whether you are entering your junior or senior year of high school, you can start and build your valid school list quickly with some work. Remember, the recruit-me.com website gives you an opportunity to purchase the Recruit Me 3.0 Athletic Scholarship System that walks you step by step through the 7 steps mentioned earlier in this episode's introduction. The basic rule that Recruit Me suggests is that you, the potential student athlete, is ready to contact college coaches when you can fill out the player profile with complete and competitive information about yourself and your participation in your sport. You want to make it an impactful first impression on a college coach. And also, sending videos too early will just be put aside by the college coaches. Most potential student athletes are available to fill out the player profile effectively as they enter their junior year of high school, or during their actual junior year of high school, or during the summer between their junior and senior years of high school. Jon's number 1 Recruit Me checkpoint from episode 187 is, do you have a valid list of colleges to pursue? Jon said pursue, not contact. Part of the Recruit Me 3.0 system has a school list worksheet, and the Recruit Me 3.0 system guides you on how to build your list and research your list. If you email me, Brent, at recruit-me.com and ask for the school list worksheet, I will email you both the school list worksheet and the parameters worksheet for free. Print out these worksheets, one for you, the potential student athlete, and one for your parents. Both parties need to fill out the two sheets and then sit down and compare and discuss the results. Now, you, the high schooler, can't roll your eyes at your parents' worksheets. And you, the parents, can't tell your son or daughter that they are delusional with their worksheets. Sit down at the dinner table or at the coffee shop and together fill out a new set of worksheets. When I was a sales manager at my family's Chevrolet dealership, I would have new salespeople fill out a worksheet to help them get prospects so they could sell them a new or used car or truck. The goal was to have 100 valid prospects to contact. The sales prospect worksheet was separated into 4 quadrants, and it had 25 lines in each of the quadrants to write a name and a phone number or an email on each line. The header for the first quadrant was family and friends. The second quadrant was neighbor-church relationships. The third quadrant was professional business contacts, like doctors, lawyers, jewelers, etc. And the fourth quad was general business contacts, like servers, baristas, gas station attendants, etc. When I gave them the worksheet, I just said fill it out with 100 names. Most of the salespeople would have the same names and sometimes just the first names in more than one quadrant. So then I had them write down 100 unique names. From there, I had them get both the first and the last names and either a phone number or an email for each of the 100 contacts. Do you see where this is going? The goal was to get the salesperson to think about and research 100 potential customers and to be comfortable contacting them to introduce themselves and then invite them to buy their next vehicle from them and Dennis Hank Chevrolet. Even if they couldn't get 100 names, they at least got 50 or 75, and then they had a more comfortable and easier way to make contacts to invite them to come to the dealership. We didn't ask a new salesperson to cold call. The same strategy as what RecruitMe promotes for your recruitment. Let's contact colleges and college coaches that fit your parameters and that you have done research on. Just as in selling cars, you need to be proactive. Jon says in episode 187, quote, "You've got to be the one calling the shots," unquote. Or, in other words, be proactive. There is a myth that colleges will just find you. That doesn't happen for a high percentage of high school athletes. And just because a college pursues you doesn't mean that the college will be a good fit for you. You need to recruit colleges. In episode 187, Jon stresses for the student athlete and the family to lay out 40 to 45 schools to research and then validate those schools as good targets by honing your parameters and by doing research on each of the schools. Jon's checkpoint number 2 is to have at least 10 schools, 10 coaches pursuing you. He says in episode 187 that the word pursue sounds like a strong word, and he doesn't mean that 10 coaches need to be crazy about you. Pursue means you are involved in conversations with coaches. As a reminder, be sure to check out the recruiting calendars on the NCAA.org website if you are communicating with the NCAA level of schools. Jon says many times to cast your net widely. By having a valid list of 40 to 50 schools, then you can easily get 10 or more college coaches pursuing or communicating with you. It is a game of percentages. Like in the car sales business, a good closing ratio is 2 to 3 sales out of every 10 prospects. How do you get your list from 40 to 50 schools to 10, 15, or 20 solid prospective schools? Start by reevaluating your parameters list. Your wants and needs they will change throughout the process. Remember, I said that you can get a free parameters worksheet by emailing me, Brent, at recruit-me.com and asking for it. Review questions like academic level, athletic level, size of the school, distance from home, and more. Then you send your introductory packet to your valid colleges. Your introductory packet consists of your introductory email, your player profile, and your recruiting questionnaire. In episode 315, I cover those 3 in an episode called The 3 Recruiting Amigos. The introductory email is your first impression handshake to a college coach. The player profile gives coaches all your vital athletic and academic information in an impressive and concise way. It is also the best indicator on when to start contacting college coaches. When you can get your player profile filled out, then you are recruitable and ready to send your information to college coaches. You want to send information that will help a college coach see you in his or her program. Get a free player profile template in the Recruit Me Power Pack on the homepage of the recruit-me.com website. The third part of the 3 Recruiting Amigos is the Personal Recruiting Questionnaire. This is a quick follow-up email to the coaches that you have sent your introductory packet to. It helps you to stand out from the other recruits, and it speeds up the process of filling out all those online questionnaires. If a coach still wants you to fill out their online questionnaire, then you will have all your information at your fingertips, and you'll be ready to do that. Jon's checkpoint number 3 from episode 187 is to have 5 or more schools that you are communicating with to be a good fit for you. This is a checkpoint for most in their late junior year, somewhere between their junior and senior year, or into your senior year. The object is to have quality choices of schools that you have recruited to recruit you. Just like shopping for a car, you want to have multiple choices so that you can narrow down to your best choice and have leverage to negotiate, and also have an option if your best choice gets sold. As you narrow down your best 5 plus choices, you can concentrate on more specific questions to coaches, questions to administration, or to current student athletes. You can plan unofficial or official visits to your narrowed down colleges. Jon said don't wait for an official visit invite. Neither one of my kids did an official visit to the college that they are attending before they decided. Parker's recruitment did get a jump start from an official visit to an NCAA Division II school. And Northwestern University, the one he ended up signing with, brought all 7 recruits in after they had signed their national letters of intent for an official visit. In that visit, they got to meet the other players, meet the coaches, and take a tour of the campus and go to a football game. You can set up unofficial visits or just drop by campus, and you can get a great feel for a campus that way. Another thing is to narrow down on scholarship information and the cost of each of your possible choices with housing, meal plans, books, and supplies. Sending your SAT or ACT scores to schools, applying for admission at those schools, and applying for grants and scholarships all come into play. Do these things only for your 5 plus boiled down colleges. You want to get them pared down to help you save time and anxiety. Plus, you have plenty of activities at the end of your high school career. I invite you to listen or re-listen to past episodes of the Athletic Scholarship Podcast. There is helpful, free, and relevant recruiting information there for you. As Jon, the Athletic Scholarship and Recruit Me founder, revealed in episode 187, there are 3 important checkpoints you need to pay attention to during your junior and senior years of your recruitment. Checkpoint number 1. A valid list of colleges. Checkpoint number 2, get 10 schools or more pursuing you. Checkpoint number 3, have at least 5 schools that are a good fit for you. Jon even gives you a bonus checkpoint at the end of the episode, and that is to have 3 solid offers to play for a college, and hopefully have some scholarship offers. Most people think you have to have an athletic scholarship offer, but there are many other conditions or options that could make a school or a team the right fit choice for you. You are not doing this to see how many offers to play your sport you can get, but getting offers to play will solidify and drive you toward your right fit choice. Thank you for listening to episode 376 of the Athletic Scholarship Podcast. Please like and share this episode with other student athletes and families that you know. Starting to listen as you enter high school is a great time to begin getting educated on the recruiting process. If you are already in high school, then start now. Take advantage of Recruit Me's free and inexpensive resources, mainly the Recruit Me 3.0 Athletic Scholarship System for only $39. You get a 200-plus page manual, workbook, and worksheets that will guide you step by step through the recruiting process. Join me next week on your favorite podcast app or on recruit-me.com for another 15 minutes that will change your athletic scholarship future.